I would like to welcome you in my YouTube channel Shakil Sir Physics. In the last lecture we have seen composition of two parallel SHMs and we have derived expressions for resultant displacement and resultant amplitude. Today we are going to derive expression for resultant initial phase delta. For that purpose we will make use of these two equations. In the previous lecture I have given different numbers to these two equations. Now today I am giving equation number 1 and 2 to it. So for finding value of delta, what we will do, we will divide equation 1 by 2. So dividing equation 1 by 2, dividing equation 1 by 2. So r sin delta upon r cos delta, this is equal to a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2 divided by a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 1. So here r will get cancelled and sin delta upon cos delta will be equal to tan delta. So tan delta will be equal to a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2 upon a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2, or delta is equals to tan inverse of a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2 divided by a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2. So this is an equation for resultant initial phase. Now after equation for resultant initial phase, we are going to discuss special cases of phase difference and amplitudes. So first of all, first case is when phi 1 minus phi 2 is equals to 0. That means when there is no phase difference between the two HSM. So what should be the amplitude? So as we know, phi 1 minus phi 2 is 0. So cos of phi 1 minus phi 2 will be equal to cos phi 1 minus phi 2 means cos 0. Cos 0 is equals to 1. So if you will substitute this value in equation number 1, then you will get r is equals to square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2. Now in place of cos phi 1 minus phi 2, I can write 1 because phi 1 minus phi 2 is 0. That's therefore cos 0 is 1. So this equation will become r is equals to now a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2. This is nothing but expansion of a1 plus a2 bracket square. So if I will take square root of it, then r will be equal to simply a1 plus a2. So resultant amplitude is nothing but it is simply addition of initial amplitudes. If suppose we consider a1 is equals to a2 is equals to a, that means initial amplitudes are also same, then this equation will become r equals to a plus a, that is nothing but 2a. So now second case we will see when phi 1 minus phi 2 is equals to pi by 2, that is 90 degree. When the phase difference is pi by 2, 90 degree. So we know cos phi 1 minus phi 2, that is cos pi by 2, cos 90 is 0. So when cos 90 is 0, if we will substitute this value in equation 1, so in place of cos phi 1 minus phi 2, we will get 0. So r is equals to square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 into 0. So this complete term will become 0. So what will remain in the bracket? Simply a1 square plus a2 square. So resultant amplitude will be simply addition of square root of the initial amplitudes. Again, if we consider if a1 is equals to a2 is equals to a, then value of r will be r is equals to a square plus a square. So r is equals to a square plus a square means 2a square, or simply r is equals to a root 2. Third case we will see. So in third case, let us consider when phi 1 minus phi 2 is equals to pi, then cos phi 1 minus phi 2, that is cos phi will be equal to minus 1. So if you will substitute this value in equation 1, so in place of cos phi 1 minus phi 2 we will get minus 1. So when we multiply this minus 1 with positive plus the a1 square plus a2 square minus 2a1 a2. So this is nothing but expansion of a1 minus a2 whole square. If we take the square root of it, then what we will get? R is equals to a1 minus a2. Similarly, if suppose a1 is equals to a2 is equals to a, then r will be equal to simply a minus a, that is 0. So these are the special cases which we have seen.